All righty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody had a lovely day. And with that being said, dive into some TA. All right, guys, so I am going to start off by saying, guys, this will be a short video. We will have the weekly update coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned to that. So we're going to briefly sum up, what happened on the indices today, what we are looking for moving forward, but in the weekly update that is going to be a longer video, and we are going to have a crap ton of setups and individual tickers that we will be paying attention to. All right, taking a look at to prepare the coming week. All right, now let's talk about today's price action, guys. You got increasing volume with a big wide-bodied green bar. What does that tell us, guys? Bulls were in full control today. All right, there's no denying it. Bulls are in full control. They're motivated to drive these prices higher. Now, in yesterday's video, I said QQQ 500 coming, all right? I didn't know if you were going to just parabolically shoot up there like we've been doing, or if you were going to pull back and then move up. But I'm just going to say right now, I think that is what we have incoming. We're probably heading to 500 beans. All right, so right off the bat, that's what I want to point out. The second thing I want to make note of here in this video at the start is that, guys, you're just carving out this bearish divergence, okay? You have a massive bearish divergence going on here on this 15-minute RSI, and if you're not new to the channel, then you know this is something we'd like to watch for when we're looking for tops and when we're looking for bottoms, all right? Look for the bottoms to be either formed by bullish divergences down in oversold territory, or you just coming down and testing oversold territory. A lot of the times we will have these divergences form before, these bigger bounces here. Just like that. And then, as you see over here, market just wants to be bid up. That's just how it goes. All right. There's always some sort of clue there, right? The clue over here was that you came down and you bounced right by your 0.786 fib, and then you took off to the races. Okay. But yeah, another thing that I love to pay attention to, along with those, golden pockets there, are these divergences. All right. And guys, at this point, this thing is like a quadruple bearish divergence going on here. I think you are, close to rolling over here. I'm just going to say, unless you massively gap up here and we go straight to 500 on Monday, this thing's going to get a pullback before you get there. All right. That's just, how I'm looking at this thing. Now, keep in mind, this weekly candlestick is not messing around. All right. It's not messing around. If you come back for a retest of 487.20, that is your buying opportunity of the previous 2 to 3 week range. All right, the top of that range. Clear as day, this is where sellers were. And then bulls said, nope, it doesn't matter. We're going to bulldoze you. We're going to run right over you, okay? In the back of our garbage truck. There you go. That's what happened here. If you come back to retest that, expect bulls to now be here, because guess what? The bears got ran over on this move. That's just, I'm not being mean here. I'm just saying, that's, the psychology of this. They're not here no more. Okay. This validated that. Now we get to confirm that they're not there anymore. And so we expect buyers at 487.20 if we revisit that level. Not saying it happens, but yeah, that's where we're going to be looking for them. So that's really, all I have to say over here on QQQ. The levels you're paying attention to: 495.08, underneath there 491.17. If you can't hold there, it opens the door down to 487.20. This already is a big, pullback here in comparison to what we've seen. Okay, the most you saw over here along this run was this $10 pullback. If you get this pullback, you're just about having that $10 pullback. You come all the way back down into here, into our zone down there where everything really started from. Okay, this was the zone that kicked off this whole move. The whole move, baby. That's even just a $12 pullback, and then you're just going to find buyers here at that zone. So, guys, this thing wants to move higher. Pullbacks are buying opportunities, quite frankly. All right, this massive bearish divergence, I'm just going to go back and show you guys, all right? Like, this has taken, like, what, 2 to 3 days to pan out here, or to, really form 2 days here. Typically, when you get these, you get, some sort of pullback here. Okay, it doesn't have to happen. Okay, you could, do that and then just develop a new one up here. That's possible, guys. This was $8 higher. At that point, QQ is going to 500 beans. Okay, that's what I was saying. Unless you just want to go straight up there on Monday and just burn this right away, then that's that. But you're gonna see this oscillator reset. That's just how I see it. Typically, we see it happen with price. All right, but we have seen it where you just literally trade flat. Okay, so guys, we're looking for pullback / consolidation, and to me, it looks like consolidation is extremely likely over that pullback. Why? Because this thing has gone parabolic, and I think it's much more likely that, I'll just give you a sneak peek on this little guy over here, right? I think it's much more likely you just do something like this, where you just consolidate. You have this parabolic move up, big breakout, then you're just consolidating above key levels. That would be beautiful right there, okay? Are we going to see it? I have no idea. I'm just going to say that's what I think is likely from this point, considering how the weekly chart closed, all right? Considering the daily candlestick we just printed today, all right? And then just considering this down here, okay? This thing has gone straight up. You know, you could start pulling back from here, but expect it to be bought up, guys. No matter what happens, expect it to be bought up. It doesn't have to be bought up, but it's just extremely likely from this point. All right, here you're pushing up. You finally reach this level on the RSI. This is that consolidation I was just talking about. All right, guys, and I was looking for a day, and then you continue higher. All right, that's all you need. You just need something to pull these oscillators back, and then you're probably going higher. Boom, QQ to 500, okay? SPY, daily time frame. Closed out same exact way as QQQ, guys. We talked about this fresh breakout over here on SPY. QQ, you know, you're going a little ways above the previous high over there yesterday. But guess what? All right, or not on yesterday. It was on Wednesday because we were closed yesterday. Guess what? SPY just pretty much had its breakout yesterday. Not pretty much. It did just have its breakout yesterday. This thing's just getting started. This next leg up is just getting started. We did bring up the potential for the 555. 5, yeah, it's 3 5s. Level to be hit. That's a psych level. If you guys just want to direct your attention right up here where this H is, okay, the high is 555.05. It went 5 cents above the psych level. That is why we talk about these psychological levels. It's just what a lot of people are going to have their eyeballs on, which means their decisions are going to be based off these things that their eyeballs are seeing. And then that's a self-fulfilling prophecy. For there's going to be a lot of sell orders at the psych level. That's why we get the reactions there. Okay. Weekly candle, I understand you got this decreasing volume here. We were short a day, guys. We were short a day and a half, might I add. Day and a half. I'm sure this would be right up there if we had the extra day and a half. But yeah, wide body green bar here. Clearly, you showed demand here at the zone here after, you know, completely just fading these two bearish candlesticks. Guys, we're going higher. That's that. If you do decide to pull back, what are we going to be paying attention to? 550.28. Okay. Now, same thing as QQQ. You have an absolute crap ton of these bearish divergences forming here on the 15-minute RSI. The pullback or consolidation, imminent. Imminent. All right? You hear that? You hear that? It's imminent. It's not like this might take, like, you know, another week. No, at that point, this thing's going to be burned. You're going to have your next leg up. This is probably, you know, next 2 trading sessions, we get that pullback. Keep in mind how this thing looks, though. Straight up, you get some pullback right here, some consolidation. It's setting up like a flag, all right? And you're going higher from there. But quite frankly, guys, this thing is out of control. It's probably going to snap at some point. You see what I see, okay? From the highest point over here, you had a $4 pullback. Where's our at least $4 pullback? That would be over to 550.28, the level I just told you guys we're going to be paying attention to. That's going to be the big breakout level, guys, after this 2 weeks of consolidation here. Okay, you just now broke out. Expect higher prices, but, you know, you guys can see exactly what I could see right there. That thing's probably going to snap at some point. And typically, you know, I'll just go back. You get these little consolidation periods, okay, to reset them. You see what I'm saying? So that was consolidation. It reset it all the way down there, okay? And then you were back off the races. So, guys, until this thing fixes itself, we're going to stay cautious on the long side right here. If we see a setup, okay, then we'll talk about that setup, just like we talked about this guy over here on ES with the fresh breakout. Okay, and guys, if you're not following the Twitter, the link is down below. Go check that one out. All right, but this over here on the, I think it was right over here, maybe? Or was it on the 4-hour time frame? Oh, where was it? Where was it? Oh, I was looking over here, right? It was right down here. You had a left shoulder, you had a head, you had a right shoulder. All right, big break right there. Well, you know, guess what, guys? We have the massive version of that right here, except it's a double bottom. And yeah, this thing's going higher. Permable Henry's back, baby. This thing's going higher. Double bottom right there. Neckline is actually, like, I know there's that level, but we're just gonna, it's actually that level. We're just gonna say it's this because, you know, this whole area right here is gonna be respected with all likelihood. So we're gonna just, you know, put it right there. Okay, guys, like, do you see what's going on here? The break and retest. Like I said, this right here is a bigger structure than this little one that got this little move here. Now you have a massive breakout. Okay, and what comes with a massive breakout? You're probably gonna, have an equivalent move here. Equivalent move means you're coming up here to 56. That's a why do we keep seeing this number on the channel, guys? What's going on? All right, what's going on? You tell me, I'll tell you. What the heck is going on? 5666. That is where we would be coming. Yes, it is. Oh, look at that. I hit the desk. It moved. We're gonna say 5667 is where we're coming. There we go. Okay, guys. So like that still means we're gonna be coming a ways. Like we have like another 0.75% to 1% to go on the upside until I'm really looking for this rally to be satisfied. So yeah, I think we're going higher, and that's that. You had this breakout over here. Guess what? I'm going to do the same thing. 600 points, guys. 600 points. I want another 300 points. All right? I want another 300 points. That's a whole lot of money to be made on the upside. I think it's coming. All right? Oh, don't even mind any of that. I was doing a little back testing at the end of the day. Don't mind that. It was not at the end of the day. It was like, we're going to say around 2 o'clock. There was that. All right, guys, but that's really that's what I want to go over on the indices here, guys. 15-minute bearish divergences up the wazoo. All right, 550.28 here on SPY. That's the key level. If that doesn't hold, we're watching 547.41, but I don't think that's going to be the case. All right, I think this is going to hold over here if it gets tested because weekly candle hit it with the stick. All right, and daily candle continued hitting it with the stick. And yeah, we're going higher. All right, IWM. This thing, honestly, guys, all right, still going to call it a piece of crap compared to what we just looked at. Like, look at what QQQ Inspired doing. And then you got this guy over here. What are you doing? Go run with your family. Go do it. Is DIA going? It's looking a little better. It's looking like a bull flag. All right, these things ain't looking bad at all. Got a little bull pennant going on here. Here's your flagpole. What happens when you break up from that guy? Oh, you get to scribble all the way up here, up to 405. That's what happens when you break up. All right, guys. But IWM, you're just watching this downtrend here. And honestly, you're getting buyers stepping in exactly where they need to. There's a reason we use these golden pockets, guys. It's because the 0.618 and the 0.786 fib, they are used. All right, they use them heavily. Also, you got a quick reaction off the level there, all right? And then, where's the next reaction? At the 0.786 fib. This thing honestly doesn't look so bad right now. It doesn't look so bad. So I'm not going to talk crap about IWM today. I'm definitely going to say it's a humongous lagger, but, it's definitely setting up for a big pop. And at that point, you're probably just coming straight up here all in one move. So, if you catch it, you catch it. Data cons would make your life a lot easier on catching that one. Short-term trade in IWM, it's a mess. All right, Mr. VIX, guys, you closed out with this hammer candlestick. How do we close out with this when you close out with this? All right, I'll tell you the only way that happens. All right, people were buying puts and they were selling calls on SPX. There's no other way to get this price to act in this manner. Okay, from this point up to that point, that is what was happening. Okay. Right here, the opposite happened. Guess what? Puts were sold and calls were bought. That's what brings VIX down. But yeah, guys, the only reason this closed out is because the big guys behind the scenes, that is what they're doing with their money. Well, they're starting to do. I'm not going to say all of them are doing because, in reality, what's causing this thing to move up? It's big. It's the big money. It's the big boys, okay? Also, all of these major components that we take a look at pretty much every video. Today, we're not going to be doing that, though. We're going to save that for the weekly update. And that's that. We will, however, look at these semis. All right. We'll look at the semis. We'll look at Bitcoin. SMH, stalling out in the golden pocket. Give us our pullback. Give it to us. Do it. But quite frankly, guys, I don't think we're going to get much with how this weekly candle just closed up. This thing looks so sexy to me. It really does. Like, if you just come back down, you're going to find buyers right here. I think it's much more convenient for, the bigger players here to just bust up. Okay, not bust it down and then bust it up. Just bust up from here. That is what it's looking like is, if you just wanted to flow with this chart, yeah, it's looking like the flow is going to continue being up. NVIDIA stalled out at the top of the range. Not the best look. I'm going to point out here on the hourly time frame, you could see this level is probably about to be retested on Monday. 124.71. Above 128.12, however, okay, you couldn't really get, you got one close over there. It was a little bull trap. All right, above that level, you got nothing until 133.73. You're having, trouble here. This isn't the best look. But, I feel like these just bring small pullbacks, then you go up more than not over here on this name. So, yeah, you got that small pullback. So expect some more downside. But, honestly, I'm not bearish on this market just yet, guys. So I'm not. AMD is one we finally did hit the 172.49 target that we've been talking about since like over here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, guys. You've had a lot of, false breaks here. You finally got your breakout over here. You came all the way back down to the 0.618 fib, and now you hit it with like a $15, $18 move from there. That's insane. Okay. Increasing volume on the day. I know you got that upper wick, so sellers took some positions into the close there, but I'm just going to tell you right there. Okay. This thing is flagging here on the 15-minute time frame, and do you see this volume that I see? It looks like it's about to hit it with another stick, and we're probably going to 183.02 to 187.24 in the short term. See all this, this mess here? Well, this is like 7 weeks. All right, this is week 1 of not mess. This is week 1 of a trending move. Okay, so you had these 6 to 7 weeks. You broke up. That's this week right here. All right, the next week, I'm not saying you don't put in that topping tail, but you went 10% higher over there. 10% higher. That brings you up to 190. So strap in those freaking seatbelts, folks. AMD is on the move once again. It's on the move. SMCI. We'll talk about it. You saw what I saw on this weekly chart, guys. All right. 2-month long downtrend break. 2 months of consolidation. This thing's getting ready for a big move up. I don't care what you want to say about it. You could call this thing a bear flag, but I'm going to say this thing is a neutral pennant, we're going to call it. But you got so much, upward pressure just loading. The spring is getting loaded here. This thing's going to have a big move up. All right. So that's Henry's call. Okay. This thing's going to have a big move up. Just like, the call back over here. It was over here. Retest right here. We got a $100 day. I think it was on this day right here. I was like, we got a $100 day right around the corner. All right. Did it take a little longer than Henry Boy thought? Yeah, 110%, a whole week and a half longer. But then you had your, near $100 day right there. Okay. You started the day right down there. All right. You came there. Oh, $100 day. Boom. All right. Right around the corner. What you also have? You had another $100 day. Okay. You had another. It was an $85 day, okay? So we had a lot of things loading over there too. You clearly can see the setup, okay? But now you have a massive one loading, and when this does decide to break, which is probably going to be off news, this thing's going to go like that all in 1 week or something like that. It's going to be crazy, okay? It's going to be crazy. Maybe 2 weeks, all right? But, considering you've done nothing but gone sideways / slightly down for, yeah, all right, 4 months here, this thing's getting ready, baby. This thing's getting ready. So you get ready too. Okay. I'll keep you updated on this bad boy right here. TSM, new all-time high imminent. Okay, it is imminent. MU, you make me sad. New all-time high not imminent over here on MU. I actually had to get out of MU. I saw this thing. I was just like, well, this looks screwed. This looks like it's coming right back down here, guys. It looks like it's coming down to 125.50 this time to actually retrace this whole move. At that point, you could confidently take that big position again. You got to get it right here, guys. Congrats if you got to play this bad boy, okay? Guess what? It looks like to me like it's probably going to come right here, and we're going to get to run it back. All right? And we're going to get theta going, away. Okay? Theta's, so contracts are going to get cheaper. Like, obviously, they always get cheaper. So the option change just keeps moving, all right? But we get to see how this thing shapes up. And we don't have to suffer the time decay. That is what I'm getting at. And then we get to take fresh positions down here if it happens. I think it's a win. All right, we're going to finish things off. All right, actually, first things first. TLT, congrats if anybody took this one with me. Again, with the warnings of the fundamentals in the comments, guys. I'll heart the comment, but I guarantee I'll be laughing when someone sends me these because yes, the charts do in fact predict the news, and it's very rare that it's the other way around. Very rare. And if you've had a lot of time in the market, we'll just say you've had at least like 2 to 3 years. You should know that by now. All right. But yeah, didn't care what the news was behind this. You came into the perfect technical spot to take a long. You took the long. You got three back to back to back gap ups. Congratulations, you didn't play yourself. Okay. Carvana, guys, you did start seeing buyers off of right here. I'll give some updates on some trade ideas we called out. Going into the week right here, guys, it looks like you're just basing out. If I had to put a level behind it, I know it's Friday now. I know. Okay, guys, right over here. You get above 129.08, you got a clear shot. We're going to say until 134.68. There's that. Now, Bitcoin, guys, this is the star of today's show. Short video, maybe not. 20-minute video, yes. That is more like Henry's style. That is how we like to do it here. And that is that. Okay, guys, so I'm just going to point it out. Support is that, bottom of this previous range here. You got the top of this range going on up there. Okay, bottom of the range, you broke down. Expect sellers if you come back into 59K. I hope it doesn't happen over the week. Like, I hope it does happen. I hope you don't get rejected. I'm going to be completely honest, all right? I started loading up. I told you guys we were going to get a nice-ass opportunity, part of my French. We're getting a really nice, beautiful opportunity here on CLSK, on Coin, Mara maybe even, Riot, all right? The miners, they're going to have these big, fat, nasty gap downs. We're going to get to buy them, all right? Congrats if you went 0DT. You did really freaking well, all right? But guess what? Also, congrats if you bought some time because you want to multiply some bigger money. Let's get after it, okay? Hammer candlestick on the day, daily bullish divergence, heaviest volume, okay? Just not heavier volume, but heaviest volume so far on this move down. So you know the stopping volume is coming from this candlestick right here. That is why it's the heaviest volume. That's what you love to see when you see these reversal candlesticks right there, okay? So we got that going on. And guess what? Okay, guess what? You expect sellers up here. If we take it back up to 59.3K, you expect those sellers. But quite frankly, guys, this is a setup that I was telling you guys it was going to happen one way or the other. You're either going to bounce back from here, hit it up to here, or you're going to go like this. All right, I probably had the arrow right here. Bitcoin likes to do crazy things. I can't control it, guys. I can't. What I can do is I could call out what I'm seeing pretty consistently here. All right. So we are aware of this possibility right here. I saw it. You see with this blue line. When I looked at these charts this morning, that's where I saw it. So I was like, you know what? Let's grab some miners. Okay. 22 RSI, guys. That is a spot you could see right over here. I was like, this thing's either crashing or it's about to start bouncing. Okay. And by bounce, it could just be a 6% bounce. Okay. It can. But guess what? Did we get that all in one day? We just about got that all in one day. So I do think it's going to be a larger bounce here. I think we're probably going to be revisiting 59K. Above there, what are you paying attention to? I'm going to still hit it with right there. All right. That's not a respected level, though. You could clearly see it went up and failed. All right. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that. All right. So those are the BTC levels that I'm paying attention to. I think this reversal is imminent at this point. Okay. And we could potentially be seeing a big day. I know this is a big day, but, a big day that doesn't start with red, maybe we just get buyers in full control right around the corner. And at that point, you're going to see coin over here. Congrats again. So this is a little statistic I pitched to the Discord guys. All right. Guess what, guys? I actually didn't take it. I wanted to take a long off of this, but I decided not to. This thing has amazing odds. All right. Right here. I'll just point this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. All right, guys. 17 out of 18 of these times, you had straight up upside. This one time, you went you slightly undercut that low, and then you went all the way back up to the high, and you had a $60 freaking move. 65 from the low. Okay? All these other times, you had immediate upside, 5 to 10 points. All right? Next day, I'm talking, baby. Next day. Okay? Immediate. Next 2 days on this one, $7.50. Okay? Give it a week. Boom. There you go. July 19, that is what I was looking at. I did not end up taking it. Okay. I did just, go with CLSK. Regardless, guys, short-term price action. I really like this. So what is this condition I speak of? You gap down and then close out the candlestick green. Not gap down and close out red. Gap down and have a positive reaction to that gap down. Get buyers closing it green. And guess what? You have that. Okay. All right. And ideally you want to get back in and close, that gap. If you get that condition, that is, what I have marked out here. When you gap down, buyers, positive reaction, and you get back up to that gap. Okay, right here, you got up back up. Right there, you got back up. Right there, you got back up. Right there, you got back up. All right. So you guys see what I'm talking about. Moving forward, all right, I'll point out when I see this condition because I kind of like it. I just pointed out it was a little something, something. All right. If buyers really tried and filled that gap, they had the positive reaction to the gap down. You actually had a really nice, ride afterwards on pretty much all of these. So there you go. Coin though, 0.786 fib. You came down to it. You closed out very positively on the day. You had like a $15 day off the low. Okay. From this point, guys, I think it's, pretty imminent that you come back up here and take out this high. Okay. Which is going to be at 236. 236.04. That's where you're paying attention to. The above levels are still in play. 234.23, 239.53, and 248.64 on this run. I think this thing's going to be a ripperoonie. Okay. We could just honestly continue this consolidation without a weekly candle closed out, though. So that's something to point out. That's that. All right. CLSK, this is the big one. All right. This is the one that, I was paying attention to. Again, could just continue consolidation. I think it's very likely that we see a move up to here. I'm going to come down to the hourly time frame. Okay. RSI bottom out right at a key level. All right. My alert got hit at the exact bottom there. I think it was around 15. And what was the low? It was, 15.12. So yeah, my alert was 3 cents above there. Lucky on that. I did not wait until the key levels actually hit. Regardless, guys, this thing looks like it is going to start bouncing back. I'm looking for at least $1 higher than 16, so that would be 17 bucks. All right, guys, the upside levels that I'm going to be paying attention to are obviously 1646, above there 1723, above there 1796, and I do think there's a shot that we get to sell 18 to 20 bucks. All right. And, I talked extensively in the last video about this exact opportunity. So, I hope some of you guys made some money today. All right. And, yeah, that's what I got for you guys. If you want to come join us in the Discord and trade with us. All right. The link will be down below. Go check out the Twitter if you're not already over there. I think you're going to like it. I will, pop in and post some charts throughout the day, as well as take all the ticker quests in the world on the weekends. All right, so let's get it. All right, guys, everybody have a lovely rest of the day. I will catch you for the weekly update tomorrow, and peace.